Alright, welcome back, Local Broly 69. This is first impressions of Dragonball Xenoverse. Alright, so first and foremost, the game's pretty good as far as the combat is concerned. It's really hard for me to be 100% optimistic about a Dragon Ball Z game just because I'm such a huge fan of the anime and the manga and, all of that stuff. So when I play a game, I'm probably, much harder than I would any other game. So let me set up the storyline a little bit. Basically, you are a hero who was wished to this Trunks' universe through Shenron. Basically, Trunks is like this weird alternate future Trunks, along with a lot of other future characters. They're like NPCs, alternate universes. Like there's people from Frieza's race and Majin's and all kinds of craziness, who are basically called the Time Patrol. And when things go wrong in history for various reasons, they go back and fix it with trying to cause minimal damage. Honestly, it's just a way for the game developers to let us replay through the old fights again without it being, the bare bones setup that we've seen in many other Dragon Ball Z titles. Um, it's pretty entertaining as far as the cutscenes are concerned. Um, I'll make a video later about character creation and customization and stuff. My character right here is a Saiyan, and you can be one of 5 races, and then you can also be male or female. And depending on your race and gender, it changes how you fight just a little bit as far as your stats. Um, anyway, so the one thing that I would say that I don't like right off the bat is the fact that they had to use the voices from Kai. So, Gohan, Frieza, Cell, they all sound weird as hell because it was the different voice actors. So I'll probably just switch it to Japanese later. Um, anyway, as far as the cutscenes are concerned, they're pretty good. I mean, if they made them perfect, we'd be watching the anime episodes and then somebody would be bitching about that. So, I mean, they're about as good as they can be. They don't really match up the words to the mouths. I bet it does in Japanese. I haven't seen it. But the actual dialogue, because they have to, scrunch it in to X amount of seconds or whatever, they only show like, the most important parts. So, sometimes we miss out on some of the little things that made Dragon Ball Z so good. Um, but anyway, that's with every Dragon Ball Z game. Um, One of the things I will say that bothers me is the fact that they don't ever really set up how the Time Patrol came into being, or how this alternate Trunks like knows the right future and like all this other kind of stuff. And honestly, like if I show up and save Gohan because he didn't damage Raditz, I helped beat Raditz, right? Um, will Piccolo still train him after Goku dies? Like, with time travel, it's always really weird when you're thinking about it. Like, what will the ripples of my actions actually entail? So, I mean, this whole bullshit about, like, me jumping in and saving, like, these people still kind of, like, remember and shit. So, like, I don't know. It's weird. But, anyway, the game's entertaining nonetheless. Alright, so here's some combat. The combat is pretty much just like it was in like the Raging Blast series. It's a little simplified, a little tweaked. I will say that I had to switch to the setup C, which was more like a Tenkaichi Raging Blast kind of feel. But the game more or less plays like Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z if you played that on the PS3 or the Vita. Whereas you lock onto a target, you hone in on them, and then you do a shitload of damage. You got a couple of different attacks. I mean, the game looks great. It feels good. Um, I will say maneuvering is a little, you got to get used to that a little bit. And your character does suck when you first get him. Like, he doesn't even have a strong energy blast. It's just that right there. Strong, like a bunch of random stuff. And then he's got some melee counters and stuff like that. But other than that, game feels good. Um, I'm liking the feel. I'm imagining that once I get the mechanics down better, I'm going to look like a straight up badass when I'm fighting people. The one thing that I'm really interested in is the online battles, to where technically, like, I could have me and 3 of my friends fight Broly, and it'd be 4 against 1, and he'd be insanely strong. So, like, that part I'm definitely excited about. Um, the one part of another part of this game that I would really feel is kind of meh is when you go back to like your hometown and your player hub. When you're playing online, like you'll see other players playing and talk to NPCs and stuff like that, and it's all really cool. But it's it just feels kind of like thrown in there. I know you need it for the storyline and stuff, but it doesn't really feel that great. It's more of like a tedious, bothersome mechanic, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna shut up and I'll start talking when I see something worth talking about.
What was that? Where did...
Oh, great. Well, that didn't take very long. Um, anyway, when you get into the hub, and by the way, that DLC that GameStop gave you, that's what it is right there. That stupid, horrible gold Saiyan armor. It's fucking terrible. But anyway, when you're in the hub, you just saw me talk to Raditz. I actually did a side mission with him where I was on his team and fought Goku and Piccolo. So, I mean, you can just do missions all over the place that have nothing to do with the real timeline, which is kind of cool. Also, you can find these NPCs and stuff like that in the world, and certain ones will train you. Like Piccolo's about to train me, and once I get to a certain level with him in his training, he will give me like the Hellzone grenade or like light grenade. Like he'll give me ultimate attacks and stuff like that, and it'll actually show like a ghost version of him behind me while I'm doing the attack, which is pretty awesome. And basically, you just beat him before the time expires, and get a move. That's basically all it is. Dude, that armor is so fucking terrible. Really, GameStop? You couldn't have let me like change the colors? Like Saiyan armor would have been cool if it wasn't bright fucking gold, like I was a goddamn Oscar or something. Anyway, whatever.
I know how strong you are already.
Alright, so now that that's over, I got the move. You'll see me equip it here in a bit. You'll also see me pull up the map for the town. There's plenty of stuff for you to go visit. It's all kind of blah, though. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I kind of hate this part, but I guess it's a necessary evil. Here's some of the other missions that you can pick up. There's like a world tournament stuff. There's training. There's, you know, Saiyan blood. You are fighting other people. They're just like side missions. Heal your see me. I can change my moves and equip different ones to certain buttons. Now, this is all for this character, but you can also do this to any other character in the game. You can set them up the way that you want to. Also, you can add items for in-game use. You can also change the gear that you're wearing, which do affect your stats on this character. I see the battle item that gives me health, and stuff like that. There's also chat in here and emotes and all kinds of stuff, so it's like an MMO when you're in this town. A really crappy MMO, but an MMO nonetheless. But anyway, so the game's okay. I'll be posting more videos as I get more stuff done, play some online, all that kind of good stuff. But honestly, the real reason that we play this game is to be able to experience the world of Dragon Ball Z and see stuff like this. I'm gonna shut up because this is so good. Try the game if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. If you're not, I probably wouldn't bother. I'm out.
Me! Galaxy! What? Times 4!
Okay, also there's giant battles, which are great. Okay, bye.
Just suck this! All right. Damn it! My